Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the PM Silver Bullet for September 25th, and we're going to use the Kraken Silver Bullet indicator. You can get it for free in the free Discord group. It's the instructions on how to join the Discord group are in the description of this video below. So go there and join the Discord group, and then you can get access to this free indicator. So I'm going to use this indicator right now. This is the midnight line here. The midnight opening price is the blue dashed line here. This is the London session, this is the AM session, and then this starts the PM session. And what I'm doing is I'm going to open up the Kraken Silver Bullet indicator, and we're going to start going through the sessions and see what is still has liquidity yet to be taken, right? So what liquidity is left, basically. So let's open this up. Now let's go down here to previous day high and low. Previous low has already been taken out. That's this green line right here. So let's click on the Asian session. And it's the purple lines. Obviously the high has been taken and the low has been taken. So I'm going to turn off the Asian session. Let's turn on the London session. Okay, so the London high has not been taken and the London low was taken right here at the morning session. So let's turn off the London low, but we're going to leave the London high on. So we just uncheck it, leave the London high on. Now let's look at the New York Killzone. So move this over here. And let's see, the London Killzone low is still has liquidity, but the London high has been taken out. The Killzone high has been taken out. So let's take off the high. Now let's look at the AM session. AM session, the sell side is still open and the high has just been taken out. So we just took out AM sell side, so I'm going to mark that on the chart here, just AM sell side here. And then I'll take off the high on the chart. So that way you just see that AM session liquidity has just been taken, right? Something we look for. Now let's go with the New York lunch. Okay, so the high is open and the low is open, okay? All right, and let's look at yesterday's PM session, see where it lines up. It's gonna be pink lines, okay, that's right here and right up here. So that high has not been taken out, but the low is has been taken out. So let's remove the low. Okay. All right, so now we can zoom in here. Okay. I'll turn this off. Now, all these colors are on there and there's not lines. That's because it's telling me that, hey, you still have things checked that are, it's not showing on the chart, but it's showing the price. You need to adjust those at the end when you're done. So it's a good little warning for me to show when I am done at the end of when I get done trading. Like if I turn off the London session here, that will turn off the high and the low. But then tomorrow morning when I use it again, it won't show the low because it's not checked. So when it has this color code right here for the London session, it's telling me, hey, it's unchecked. You need to check it. So if I checked it, the line's going to show. I'll show right there. And then you can turn it off. Okay, so that's why that's on there. All right, so let's start the silver bullet. I'm going to buy and sell based on trading view, see what happens here, and let's go candle by candle here. I'm gonna go make this to 1 just in case I hit the wrong button. All right, so let's see. The AM buy side liquidity has already been taken, so we still do have the lunch high and the London high available right here. So if it wants to go up, that'd be a target. And we also have the lunch low down here as target. The previous day low has already been taken out, so we have this target here. We do have a breaker block right here, a high, a low, and then it broke through, so it trades back down. We'd look for a bounce, so that would be a target below this New York lunch. So let's just see what price it gives us, okay? Okay, let's zoom in here and see what these prices are a little bit. These candles a little bit bigger here. Okay. Interesting. So for me, when buy side or sell side's been taken, I'm looking at the opposite side. So the last thing we took for me was AM session liquidity, and so I'm looking for, the next one would be New York lunch taken. That's really what I'm targeting here. I'm looking for. So my bias is to go short, not to go long. And if I was paying attention here and I could have actually had a limit order, I would have marked this right here as a breaker block to go down, and probably would have had a limit order right here targeting, the new week opening gap here. But I didn't, because it's a limit order and I'm not going to take a short here. This isn't how I traded it when I was live, so I'm just showing you that looks like an option. You know what, we'll go for 5 handles here. Let's go for 5 handles here, and let's just see if we would have got it when you got it right here. One tick above the high, so go right there. And let's see if we get 2 to, and just go for 2. Okay. Let's see if we would have gotten it or not. And there you go. So that was a trade I know I missed when I was trading live. And yeah, okay. So I'm still looking for the low, lunch low to be taken out. I like these right here as relatively equal, lows. So I'm seeing that, but I'm looking for, see if I can play off this breaker block again. See how it trades off that. There's off the breaker block right there. You could take a trade right off that breaker block if you wanted to, right there. You're like literally on it, right there. I didn't trade that, so I'm not putting it on in the video to show you, but that's what I was looking at. Okay, so you have an inversion fair value gap right here. Okay, I see an order block right here. Why? Because it created this fair value gap here, last up close down right there, right? You also have this breaker block still right here. So if price comes back into the order block here, I'm going to take a trade. There is a fair value gap right here as well, but this, let's mark that on the chart here, right there. Okay. So if it comes back up there, I'm taking a trade. I'm still targeting the New York lunch and these relatively equal lows where I take a partial. I just need to get into the trade. Another fair value gap right here. I'm not taking that because if I pull the fib from here to here, that's in a discount. I would like to go in a premium up here. So like that would be a good place to sell to contracts right there. Let's sell to contracts right there. And we're going to aim for this New York lunch low right here. I'm a stickler. Like I see how it's seven handles. You can just go to the low right here, it'd be 7.25. It drives me nuts. I like round even numbers, so I will usually pull up if I have to, or I'll go through it just to make the even numbers, you know. So yeah, that's 2.3 R, so we're good there. And I'll take a partial below this line because that's obviously going to have, and it's the new week opening gap. It's right here, this gray area. So that's a good place to get partials. So we may have some reaction right there, you know. So I will take a one off there if it gets there. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to take a partial there because it would have hit us right there. So let's buy one there. And let me see, that's where my partial would be. Let me put my trailing stop on here. Here. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, done right there. Okay, and that is beyond the silver bullet hour, so let's just give it a little bit more. Look at that, goes right on up, back up, down, and it's just crazy. All right, so right here is your PM Silver Bullet. All right, you could have taken a short right here for 5 points. If I would have traded this, I didn't see this live, so if I would have traded this, it would have been a partial and a break even for me. And here's why. I would have aimed for this, okay? And I would have taken my partials at 60%, so I'd have taken partial off and moved my stop to 1 tick plus break even. Price would have came up right here, took me out break even. So for me, this would have been a partial on a break even trade. Now, if you're just aiming for 5 handles, you're in, out, you're done, right? It is still a good trade because it does give you 5 handles, and you were never in drawdown, basically. I mean, you had like one tick of drawdown. So then price came back up, and then we had an order block, we had an inversion fair value gap. We are still aiming for the New York lunch sell side. So that's where we were targeting. Our bias never changed. It came back up. Now, if we broke this high and broke this high, then yeah, my bias is probably going to get changed to take out the New York lunch buy side and London high. But we never cleared this high over here. We stopped, and then we came down and created market structure to go lower. So that was your PM Silver Bullet. And price came back down, just, you know, it came back down to this breaker block over here. And we're in it just to fill in an inefficiency, right? Came down back in, fill this inefficiency here, partially fill it, mitigate those orders, and then came back up. So that's your PM Silver Bullet for September 25th.